Shout out to Dagny Dover for sponsoring this update. Get all your gubs organized and get 20% off your purchase of a tote or a carry-all or backpack or satchel. Well, any purchase, really. Just visit dagnydover.com/theknow and use promo code THEKNOW. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley. Destiny 2 players. Well, you guys got the whole new Warmind DLC. Unfortunately, a lot of players not really happy about that. Some are going so far as to call it a ripoff, and that is because people have discovered that a lot of the DLC seems to be recycled assets from the current game. You might remember the DLC was advertised as offering a new campaign as well as 2 new strikes, but players are saying the 2 strikes are just the last 2 campaign levels of the game. Oh, and the new story campaign levels takes players to a sector in the European Dead Zone that was already in the original game. There does appear to be one original new strike called Insight Terminus, but that's exclusive to PlayStation 4 players. Needless to say, there's already been a lot of backlash to this online, with some gamers wondering why they are paying $20 for recycled levels, so we'll see how Bungie responds to it. But for now, this is another headache that Destiny 2 definitely doesn't need, and if you're hearing a lot about it online, that's why. It looks like Capcom has some big plans in the works over the next few months. The publisher says it will release 2 major titles during the current financial year, which ends March 31st, 2019 for them. Capcom didn't say the name of the games, but says they will help promote global expansion of major brands. Intriguing. Now, we do know Mega Man 11 is scheduled to come out this year. We don't know if that's one of the games Capcom is referring to. The publisher and developer is riding pretty high these days. It did just have its most profitable year ever thanks to the success of Monster Hunter World, so we'll see what else they're cooking up. If you've been itching to take some daddy photos of, wow, that sounds so weird to say, but it's what people are doing. We're talking about Kratos because everyone's all about that beard. Hey, good news, here's your chance for those photos. God of War is launching its photo mode in a free update today, letting players take all kinds of shots of the game's gorgeous scenery as well as, of course, Kratos' sweet beard. The mode can be accessed either through the options menu or by enabling touchpad quick access. You can control the camera by using the left and right thumbsticks to navigate around the scene, use the R2, L2 buttons to pan up or down. There are also tabs with various customization options, including camera, aperture, filters, borders, characters. Oh, and you can change Kratos and Atreus' facial expressions, which is a cool feature because there's no other way you're getting Kratos to smile. So get out, snap some sweet pics, have some fun, show us your daddies. We'll never not be weird. If you've been wanting to clean all the dust out of your PlayStation 4, but you were worried about voiding your warranty, worry no longer. Sony has changed its policy that formerly stated any attempt to open the console would nullify your warranty. Their new policy says Sony will provide repair services even if your warranty seal sticker has been removed, as long as the damage was not caused by the act of opening the console itself. This applies to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation VR. Of course, they're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. That would be lovely, but the US Federal Trade Commission did just order them to do so recently, saying that such a policy is illegal. We covered that more in depth in a separate update. The FTC has also warned Nintendo and Microsoft, so we'll see if they follow suit very shortly. Overwatch is selling a new limited time skin for a good cause. It's called Pink Mercy, and it's the result of a collaboration between Blizzard and the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. The skin, which, as you might expect based on the name, decks Mercy out in all her pink glory, is available now, and sales of the $15 skin will benefit the Research Foundation. Yes, understandably that's expensive for a skin, but it's a skin for a cause. Better act sooner rather than later if you want it though. The skin is only available through May 21st. Oh, and also, if you're really into it, there are Pink Mercy t-shirts available for $30, and all the proceeds from that go to the charity. So yeah, pretty cool collaboration, worthwhile cause. Pretty awesome. A lot of people online going crazy for it already. Not that surprising. Reviews are out for Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, and you guys, if you were looking forward to this, good news, the reviews are looking great. The crowd-funded sequel currently has an 89 on Metacritic, a 90 on OpenCritic, which are very respectable scores. I mean, that's kind of underselling it. PC Gamer called the Baldur's Gate inspired game a massive, bountiful RPG with richly descriptive writing, a well-realized setting, and deep tactical combat. Meanwhile, US Gamer called it one of the best RPGs I've played in recent years, saying Deadfire relies on tradition when it's suitable and tries to do something new everywhere else. The game is available now for PC. I'm playing it. I will be talking about it on Glitch Please this week if you want a little bit more impressions there. If not, let me know what you think of it. Netflix looks to be pooling many of their Marvel writers together for the upcoming Witcher series. Showrunner Lauren S. Hissrich has been very active on social media and recently posted a picture from the writer's room. That photo included Jenny Klein, who was a writer on Jessica Jones, and Sneha Kors, who contributed to Daredevil, among others. Still early days for the adaptation, which is going to lean more on the original Andrzej Sapkowski books that inspired the popular video game series than the video games themselves, although Netflix has talked to CD Projekt Red. Not that surprising. Sapkowski himself is creatively involved in the show. It's expected to have 8 episodes in the first season. No release or casting has been announced just yet. They're talking maybe 2020? It could be a while. But hey, now you have an idea of the brain trust behind these things, so you know if you want to get hyped. Ever since the first trailer for Suicide Squad came out, the world's been kind of infatuated with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. While most people would agree the movie wasn't all that great overall, the one thing everyone could pretty much agree on is that Robbie knocked it out of the park as Harley. There's been talk about a few different spin-offs, Gotham City Sirens movie, a standalone Joker Harley Quinn story, but the one most likely to happen at the moment is an R-rated girl gang film titled Birds of Prey, which is, yes, all girls and stuff, but separate from Gotham City Sirens. Robbie's been pushing for this one herself since the filming of Suicide Squad and said she's had no part in the development of the other potential spin-offs. Birds of Prey already has a director in Kathy Yan, an up-and-coming indie director who's caught producer Robbie's eye and landed the gig. While DC still tries to figure out a film strategy moving forward to see what they're gonna do with all these different movies, seems like one of the next possible steps includes Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, and that's pretty great. They should maybe lean on her a whole bunch. Speaking of Margot Robbie, hey, remember all those rumors that she was being courted by Quentin Tarantino to play Sharon Tate in his Manson family era LA epic Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Wonder no more, because she has confirmed she has joined up with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt for the movie, and she's not alone. Deadline reports that some Tarantino regulars are in the mix too. Kurt Russell, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen are all in talks to play supporting roles. Tarantino's also apparently offered a juicy role to a Hollywood legend as well. Burt Reynolds is in discussions now to play George Spann, a blind 80-year-old man who rents out his ranch to film and TV productions, and who also happened to let Charles Manson and his followers crash on his property in the months leading up to their murderous rampage. Tarantino's made his career giving these big parts to the elder statesmen of Hollywood, from David Carradine in Kill Bill, Pam Grier and Jackie Brown. Word is this role would be a career highlight for Reynolds. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is beginning to shoot this summer, has an August 9th, 2019 release date, so we'll still be hearing a lot about it for the next year and a half. It looks like Apple is cracking down on location sharing apps, which I think we can all agree is a pretty good thing. The company is removing all apps from its app store that violate its policies by sharing location data with third parties without explicit consent of the user. Apple's policy states that apps cannot transmit user location data to third parties without explicit consent from the user for unapproved purposes. Some think that Apple is doing this now to comply with new regulations from the EU, specifically the General Data Protection Regulation, which comes into effect later this month. Those rules require technology companies to obtain explicit consent from a person they're collecting personal data from. It's not clear at this point, though, how many apps have been affected, but I think we can all agree that if they're just giving your stuff away and not even asking you, it's better to have them gone. That is the news for this roundup. Let us know what you think of all the updates in the comments down below. To make sure you get news from every corner of the internet every weekday, like this video, and if you're new to our channel, subscribe to the know. Thanks to Dagny Dover for sponsoring this update. If you're anything like me, you carry a lot of stuff around. I'm kind of hopeless. At any given time, I've got a Vita, a Switch, a laptop, Kindle, phone, battery pack, just in case any of those runs low on battery, and all the other stuff I need. Keys, for some reason, like 8 chapsticks, a whole bunch of cables for the battery pack. I also travel a lot, and that means more cups and cables, always. And then my bag becomes a black hole, and I'm just like, everything's in there, and I can't find it. Not anymore. Dagny Dover sent me a Swish Dakota backpack. I'm going to show you right here. It's so nice. I like showing it off. It has dedicated spots for laptops and wallets and phones. Even sneakers if you're the active type or if you're like a walking commuter. And it's made from neoprene, so it's lightweight and quick drying, so it's easy to clean, which is good because I'm a walking disaster. So instead of rummaging around in a black hole, now I can actually find the stuff I'm looking for because there's a place for it. It's so nice. Every Dagny Dover bag is designed to help you live smart with the fusion of fashion and function. So You get the job done, but you look good doing it. Everything's got a place, every bag's got a purpose too, so you can find the one that meets exactly your needs and then live happily ever after. That's really all it takes. Dagny Dover is offering our No Buddies 20% off your order. Just go to dagnydover.com/theknow. Find your perfect bag and use offer code THEKNOW when you check out.